Are you ready to make attainable financial goals that will help you achieve your financially free and debt-free life that you've been dreaming of? If so, then this video is for you. Hi, I'm Gabby, and I started this YouTube channel back when I was on maternity leave to help other moms like me to find different ways to get out of debt and become financially independent, as I'm trying to do myself. Being a mom is actually a superpower. Your attention is constantly being pulled into different directions. You're always on planning mode, and it feels like your whole day is planned out in 20-minute slots. When you add financial stress on top of all of that, it only makes things 10 times worse. Studies have shown that financial stress can increase your risk of postpartum depression and anxiety, but it doesn't stop at the postpartum stage. It can also increase your risk of substance abuse, it can lower your self-esteem, and it just creates an overall feeling of hopelessness that can often become depression. So yes, money may not bring you happiness, but it can also stop you from becoming depressed and anxious. Financial stability is also so important in the family structure because it influences stability, overall well-being, and stress levels. And of course, it also helps your kids have a stronger and more fulfilling life, as we all know. So first things first, you need to identify your short-term and your long-term financial goals. So for your short-term goals, some examples would be to build an emergency fund, which is recommended to have at least 6 months of worth of income in your savings account, especially when you have kids. It could also be to pay off your debt, to improve your credit score, funding for vacation, and saving for a down payment for a house, car, etc. So some examples for your long-term financial goals would be to start a college fund, retirement, buying a house, starting a business, and to build generational wealth. Okay, so now that you know your long-term and short-term financial goals, now it's time to turn them into tangible and more relatable goals. So you can start off with your biggest dream. So let's say your biggest dream is to build generational wealth. So you can write that down in one sentence. I want to build generational wealth. Then you can make it emotional and specific and ask, why does this matter to me? Is it because you came from a family that struggled financially? Is it because you want your kids to have more opportunities and achieve more things than you have? So really just ask those questions so you really understand your why. Then you can break it down into categories and identify the areas that influence your dream. So let's say you want to build generational wealth, then you have the following. Have stronger financial literacy, get out of debt, start investing, start a college fund for your kids, and create a trust fund. Then you would need to set SMART goals under each categories. So I spoke a little bit about SMART goals in my last video, but if you haven't watched it, SMART goals stand for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. So let's say that your first step to create generational wealth is to get out of debt. And your biggest debt is your credit card debt. So that's what you're going to focus on first. So it's specific because you know that paying off your credit card is the first step to the bigger dream, right? Then you make a plan, do the math, and know the specific amount that you need to pay extra every month to pay off that credit card. So it's measurable because you have an actual number, a set dollar amount that you're going to pay extra every month. It's achievable because you're not telling yourself that you're going to pay $5,000 a month on your credit card. You're making achievable goals. You're setting yourself up for success and not failure. It's relevant because you know that paying off this credit card will help you achieve your bigger goal, which is to create generational wealth. And it's time bound because when you do the math and you calculate the amount of money that you need to pay off that debt, you know the amount of time that it will take. So when you did the math, you can see if it's going to take you 2 years, 3 years, 1 year. It's time bound. And then you're going to create milestones. And some examples of that would be to cut your credit card debt in half, pay your credit card off altogether, reach 6 months worth of income in your savings account, start investing, and create a college fund for your kids. Those are all examples of milestones that you can achieve. And the importance of creating milestones, because as you achieve them, it's going to only motivate you to keep going. And it's going to be like a little task that you're checking off. But then as you check those different tasks, you're going to eventually reach your bigger goal, which is to create generational wealth or whatever it may be. Okay, then your next step is to create a weekly and monthly plan. So for your weekly plan, you can say, I can't go over an X dollar amount on my groceries every week. You can set automatic payments towards your credit card or any other debt that you have. You can also set automatic transfers from your checkings to your high yield savings account or investment accounts. And then you need to visualize and affirm. And this is what a lot of people call manifestation. So you can do that by creating a vision board, by journaling, or even meditating. And what you're really trying to do here is have your mind align with your goals and dreams. So you're not going to achieve anything if you don't actually believe that you're worthy of it and that it's going to happen and that you are able to make it happen. With this visualization and affirmation, you start to believe it more and you start to feel the sensation of the outcome before it happens. And it also just makes it more emotional for you, and your why, your purpose becomes stronger. So, for example, your affirmation could be, I am paying off my debt now so I can create generational wealth for my kids in the future. Now, the next step is to build accountability. So, you're going to tell your family and friends about this goal that you have. And this helps you actually stay on track and stick to your plans. So, let's say you want to pay off your credit card debt in 2 years. You're going to tell your family and friends about this and just be mindful to not tell someone that you think is going to like hate on you because you don't need that type of negativity around you. But it's important to tell someone that you care about and that you know that cares about you to keep you accountable. You can also build accountability by joining a community that's working towards the same goal. So you can do that by subscribing to this channel or joining Facebook groups, anything that you can be surrounded by people with the same goal that you have. It's going to be so helpful for you. Now, the last step is to start the first step today. Today. Start today. Stop pushing it off for next week, next month, or next year. Start today. Remember that time is money. And the amount of time that you're wasting not paying off your debt or not investing, you're losing money to interest or inflation. Time is money, so start today. So as always, I hope that you like this video, and if you did, make sure to subscribe, share, like, comment, whatever you want to do. I'm here for you, and I'm sending you all the positive energy to reach your financial goals and find financial freedom. You deserve it. We all deserve it, and I'll see you in the next one.